I don't know why the stream all disconnect. So sorry for the trouble. I will just make sure everything is working now. I don't know why. It's the first time it happened to me. Maybe I lose internet for a minute. Maybe someone is trying to use the stream. Okay, okay. Let's continue. Okay, so I was going to show you to very soon record the tutorial to make the cube map. Now I made a basic shader. I will probably export it for people to use it. Sorry for the stream disconnection. I don't know what happened. I guess it's normal here. Sometimes it happens. Okay, so I will redo this. Close, delete, and let's do a nice tutorial. I don't know what all this open all the time. Okay. Let's do a nice tutorial. Okay, we still have sound. Let's record. I may add the music later at the end. Okay. Welcome to Somnium Space tutorial. I will show you how to use Cubemap on your avatar or on your SDK item. Cubemap, also called 360 picture or skybox, is a technique that take any 3D object and transform it like if it were a window on another world or like another sky. So I will start by creating any 3D object like a cube. I remove the collider, doesn't need it. Here I created this folder, create, material, Cubemap. I will use Amplify Shader to create the Cubemap shader. I will also make this shader available on Somnium Space Guide. Create, Amplify Shader. You don't need Amplify Shader add-on to use this shader if you download it. Okay, so Cubemap. I will move this here. Okay, this is my shader. This page is in shader mode, so you can drag it on the cube map material, drag the cube map material on the cube. I click on the cube. I open the material, sorry. I always like to edit shader like this, open in shader editor. So now the shader is in material mode. So every parameters will be synchronized. But it's fine if you do it the other way. So first thing I need, light model. Only. This means the only thing this shader can do, or material, is emissive texture or color. This means the color of the cube will be completely independent of the sun. So right now you see it's dark, but there's still sun effect, like warm, white, yellow. I will click on the yellow button to compile. Now it's completely dark, completely independent of the scene. I will add a right click and add a texture sample. I connect the RGB here. I will add a view direction and negate to make the view direction vector negative. I go in UV and then I click on the texture sample, AutoCast mode, cube. This means only Cubemap will be allowed for this material. I compile. Since I'm synchronized in the shader editor and the material because of the blue ball here, I can select from here instead of from there. Select. I have those Cubemap that are 360 pictures, and it looks like this. Great, nice. Super nice. Okay, this is for our outside Cubemap. It means you are inside, you look at the object, you see it like a window on another one. And if I want to be inside and use it as a skybox, I will go inside the shader, call mode, front. This means it will hide all the face from the font and reverse it. So only you see I'm inside the cube, and when I look inside to outside, I see the face reverse. So it's like a skybox. I can enlarge it, you will see. You see? Maybe now it's bigger. You can use it on your parcel. You see? It's like a skybox now. So if I go outside, you see the object inside because the face are reversed. Hard to understand, but you will understand soon. If I return to back, call mode, now it's the reverse. Okay, I will give you the opportunity to select which side to use. So I will use call mode. I will just wonder if you can choose it. Switch by face. Sorry about this. Off. So the face are, you can see the face from both sides. I will try this. It may not work. I'm sorry if it don't. So I will need to make two shader. Okay, it doesn't work because I only apply. I will stop recording. Now I'm only applying the texture on one face, but the other is black. I would like it to be transparent, but instead I will just make two shader. Yeah, two shader. Okay, so let's restart again. Sorry for that. It should be the last time. Good. Welcome to. This makes no sense. Welcome to Somnium Space tutorial. I'm going to show you how to use Cubemap on a 3D object. Cubemap are also called 360 picture or skybox. They are nice shader or material that you can use to have a like this skybox effect on any object. It will look like a little window on another world if you have it on a small object. So first of all, I will create a cube like this. Remove component. This is just for showing the effect. On the folder I will create material, Cubemap, create. I will use Amplify Shader to make the shader, but I will also make the shader available on Somnium Space Guide. So if you want Cubemap, you can use Somnium Space Guide. You know what? I just may do all this for no reason. Sorry. Skybox, Cubemap. Okay, doesn't work. I don't want to create something if you already have access to it, so I was just trying to be sure. Let's look. 360, no. Cubemap, no. Skybox. Okay, I'm very sorry. Last time. I almost promised. Okay. Welcome to Somnium Space Guide. Wrong. Welcome to Somnium Space tutorial. I will show you how to use Cubemap on any 3D object. A Cubemap, also called 360 picture, or also skybox, like what you see here. is a 360 is a 360 texture applied to any object. So if you apply it to a little cube or any 3D shape, it will look like a window on another world. So on my folder here that I create, right click and create material. Cubemap. Right click, create, briefly shader, surface. I will use Amplify shader to create the shader, but I will also make this available on somniumspaceguide.com. So you don't need to code this or even to buy the shader. Cubemap. My shader is here. I will put it there. Okay, drag and drop the shader on the material. I will create a cube or anything will work too. Don't need box collider. I drop this here. Okay. So next step, I click here on the grid. I'm sure this is open here. Light model, unlit. With this technique, the material will only show color, completely independent from the sun or any other light or even shadow. Oh, sorry. I have to remove cast shadow and receive shadow. Now this material is light and affected by nothing. Texture sample. You right click on the grid to add something. View, direction. Negate to make the vector negative. And I click on the texture sample, sorry. Autocast mode, lock to cube, so only Cubemap can be assigned now. I will compile. Okay, if I want to change the texture from here I'm in shader edition mode. So I click on the cube, I open the mesh, the material here, open in shader editor. So now the parameters here and there are synchronized. So I can click here, select. I have this Cubemap, working super great. So this is a Cubemap outside to see the surface as a Cubemap. So if I go inside, I see nothing. So this is the first shader. I will call it Cubemap outside. I click on it, Control D to duplicate. Cubemap inside. Let's do capital letter. Good. Create. No, I will duplicate the map. No, it's fine. Create material. Map inside. Okay, so I put this here. Put that there. The Cubemap outside is already done. The Cubemap inside will be a little different. Will rename the shader here. Yeah, I know we have to rename everything everywhere. Inside. Let's do it with the outside too. Okay, great. So my Cubemap outside is working and fine. Cubemap inside, I have to go here, call mode, front. So all the face will be reversed. And I need to select, let's see, this, sorry, this one. Good. So let's see the difference. From here, it's exactly the same. But if I enlarge it, you will see the difference. So a Cubemap from outside, you are outside, you see the surface. The surface is the Cubemap. So you see, it's like a screen that shows you the effect. If I use Cubemap inside, it will be the reverse. From inside, I will see this nice skybox. But if I use the Cubemap outside, from the inside, I see nothing. You see? Good. So you can apply this on any SDK item or even avatars and it will work. This shader will be available on somniumspace.com. Thank you. Good, that's a tutorial made. If you have any suggestion, I'm open to take it. Someone asked me to do another one. Custom animation plus gesture. This one people was waiting for it. I thought I made it, but I will do it. Good. Folder. It's very important to be always organized. Any test you do can be garbage that you don't even remember. So I take the English, sorry. So now every time I do test or anything, I make sure it's rightly named. Yeah. Wait, I think I have a tutorial for animation. Just remember. No, it was a stream, and people don't want to look at 3-hour stream to have a tutorial. Let's remake it again. Just go on my YouTube to be sure I did not make this tutorial. I have no idea how YouTube work. Videos. No, I don't think. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it. So first of all, I need an avatar. I have 2 Unity scene I will use. I don't use my Unity project because it looks like this. A lot of files. We have an avatar for this. It's a Ready Player Me avatar. One minute, almost done. Ready Player Me, yay, good. I will export package. I often work like this, it's just convenient. Yeah, that's maybe private. Sorry. Anyway. Well, it's not black. Okay. Okay, on my other Creator Sunday folder. Avatar animation and gesture. You will see it's not that hard. And now I will import the package I just made. I have no idea where I put it. I will drag here. Import. Where does it go? Where is it? I'm confused. Where is it? Yeah, let's say I see nothing. It's very strange. Okay, my Unity have some difficulties. Import package, custom package, Unity, blah blah blah. Okay, well, okay, you know what? Let's do the cold old drag and drop. Right. Copy paste. Sorry about that. Copy. Explorer. Oh, paste. Good. Control R to refresh. Okay, sorry for that. So I have this avatar. That should be working. That's fine. Okay, good. So, hi everyone. I'm doing organized nonsense lol. Hi guys and girls and other. Sorry, that's not kind. Okay, so I'm going to record a tutorial to show to people how to make animation and gesture on an avatar. I will use my Ready Player Me avatar to do that. I know I did it before in a stream, but I don't think people want to first find a stream. It's hard even for me. And second, watch the 3-hour stream to know how to do that. So let's go. I will do it fast without record first, and then I will record. So Ready Player Me avatar. Yeah. No, first. Create empty. Look at this original name. Avatar. I drag and drop inside this new object. You will understand soon. I will explain it when I will record. Avatar config. Yeah, the eyes is not right. The eye is not right. This is better. You see custom animation here? It doesn't work. Don't use that. Good. Now I need Animator. I open here. Drag and drop there. I will tell you everything soon. Don't worry. Don't shake. Don't anything. Just wait. On the root object, I have this. That's good. Second one. I remove that. I need a create Animator Controller. Okay, everything, okay, I remember. Good. I remember everything. We can start recording. I don't need to. Good. Put in place this. Oh, I don't need the shader. We just confuse people. Welcome to Somnium Space. Welcome to Somnium Space tutorial. I will show you how to add animation and gesture animation on your avatar. I will use my Ready Player Me avatar and add some animation on it. So, first of all, delete the default animate avatar here, model pivot, drop your model here. Right click on it, create empty. This will be your avatar root. Don't call it like this. It's just to show you. So be sure it's 0, 0, 0, and 1, 1, 1. If you create it somewhere else, you just restart. Now I can drag and drop my avatar on this. So my avatar transformer 0 and on this 1, 0, 1. Good. Avatar root. I will type Ani for animator. I check this. Here on my file explorer, I will open the arrow on my VX. take this avatar thing, I drop it here. Add component, avatar config. Just to be sure everything will be fine, I move. Sorry, you cannot do that. Move the eyes position here. Oh, I forgot. Click on your FBX, animation type, humanoid. Very important. Once you apply, this will be broken, so you can return here, configure, save. Now you can check if everything is fine. So click on the head, make sure eyes is fine, jaw. Not sure this one have a jawbone or mouth. Anyway, we will use blend shape, so it's fine. Neck is fine. Body, everything look normal, I guess. So just do down. If you have some red bones, you can do pose and force T-pose. Or sometimes just reset and force T-pose. Everything is fine. Good. Now it's prepared. Let's do it. So first I need animation. So here on my folder, create animation. Let's call it smile. And another one, create animation, blink. And to cover every type of animation, I want to create another that will be called animation. Sorry. Object moving. So I could move the glasses, for example. Okay, now I need to create Animator Controller. Good. So everything is set up. I click on my avatar. I drag and drop the Animator Controller. Okay, sorry, I will restart. Avatar root, not this one. This one have the avatar to apply the motion when you are in VR or in 2D. So this one don't touch. Controller empty. Avatar the brown thing. Second one here on the hierarchy. Be sure this is removed. Be sure I have no idea how apply root motion works, so never mind. Animator controller go there. This is important. It won't work. So I have two animator. First one for motion. Second one, animator controller. So this is the minimum. You don't need to do anything else. Now I will double click on it. It looks like this. I have the base layer and some others that I can create. Let's suppose we will have gestures. Gesture is when you press some button on your controller and it will change the fingers gestures and will trigger animation. So I go on parameters here, plus int gesture R, G, shift capital letter G, sorry, capital letter R, gesture R, plus int gesture L. Good. Base layer, don't remember by heart, so let's create just an empty one and let the base layer like this. So now gesture R, new layer. So the thing is, in one layer you can only have one animation at a time. So since we have two controllers And since each controller can only have one gesture at a time, I will create 2 layers, one for the R, one for the L. Make sure you click here, wait, 1, click here, wait, 1. Okay, so, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. For the ones that are not triggered by any gesture. So if you only want animation, you can just do this layer. I'll always make sure the weight is 1. 1, 1, 1. Good. So let's start by animation, the simplest, more simple. I will use blink. So if you want multiple animation to run at the same time, just use multiple layer of animation. So I will show you how I like to make my blinking. This is automatic blinking. So first of all, we will create the animation. I click here or there, doesn't matter, it will go to animation here. I cannot do anything right now. So I need to click on the second road here in the hierarchy, avatar road, second one, and then it works, it's enabled. So on the list here, you can choose the animation you want to edit, blink in my case. And since I want the eyes to blink and it's a blend shape, I click on the avatar, all the blend shape are there. So I should have a blinking. I'm sorry, I have glasses, so blinking makes no sense, but still. I close. Normally it's 100, 0 to 100. So my both eyes seem to be closed. Yes, this is blinking. Let's see, it's blinking. This is good. Good. This is working. So blinking start by eyes open, then eyes closed. So in animation, I will click here and record. I will make sure my cursor is at 0. Eyes closed, right click, add key. Now it understands at the time 0 of the animation, the eyes are at this position. Blinking is very fast, so I can go at 0.2 maybe 0.1. With the cursor, I close, completely closed. Now I have the second key. I go on 0.4. I can copy the first and Control V, Control C, Control V. Oh, look at this. There is some. You see everywhere. It's just weird. This is because the FBX object is not rightly configured. It's always like this by default. Click on the FBX model. Blend shape normal. None. Blend shape normals none. Now it should work. Look. So the eyes are blinking. If I press play, I can remove the. Oh, you know what? No, it's fine. Doesn't matter. Click here. Press play. This is very slow. Can select everything, grab this and make it twice faster. Too slow. Twice faster. 0.1 second. Oh, sorry. First number here is second. Second number is frames. That's important to understand. So second number is 0 to 60. First number is second. So 0.1 is 10 frame. So you do 10 divided by 60, so it's 0.16 second. It's weird. I think you can change it. Or not. Sample rate? By default it's 60. Never mind this. Good, so now let's test. It seems fine. Don't worry, it won't do that. So my blinking animation is done. should wait one. Okay, now we cannot do great things because it will just start and stop. So I will copy paste multiple times. You will understand. And I will make the timing change. So the blinking is not just all the same time all the time. Make transition. There. Make transition. Make transition. Make transition. Here. Make transition. Here. Good. I click here. This is a little weird. Exit time 1. Transition duration 0. So in this case, use those parameters. Exit time 1. Duration. This means you will finish the animation. 1 is like 100%. I think it's not in. Yeah. And transition, we don't need to transition since we open eyes and we close. So we don't need transition. Good. Now we have a loop. And it will be very fast and simple, so I will adjust the timing. So exit time I will put like, since the blinking is very fast, I can put 10. So, you know what? Let's try something more easier to understand. I will go on the animation. So let's say the minimum time between two blinking is 1 second. I will create a new key at 1 second here. So you blink here, you wait, the animation is finished. This will help us to adjust the animation here. So exit time 1, it means you blink, you wait, then you blink again, you know? Work like this in circle. So I can adjust the timing. Exit time 2. So it means in 2 seconds you will start the next blinking. Here I can do 1 again or 0.5. Since blinking is at the start, it should not affect it. And then 3. And then I don't know, 1, you know? 2. Let's test this. Okay, so press play here. This is a good way to test the animation. And it may be full screen. So if it look like this, just right click there, maximize, click on scene. Okay, so let's check the animation in real time. Click on here, second root. You wait, you see it's waiting. There's no waiting here. If you're satisfied with this, you can continue. If not, play with the timing or add more steps. But I like this because it's like pseudo random. Good, blinking is right, it's nice. Now let's try with gesture and smiling. Smile. So let's say we will smile when we do thumbs up. Check. Smiling. Okay, sorry. Oh, sorry. We need the default state. Empty. Right click. Create. Empty. Right click. Set as layer default state. This means nothing, but this system needs to be somewhere all the time. So it's there by default. When you trigger the animation, it will go from any state to smile. So on the arrow here, go in condition, gesture R, and we need thumbs up. So I need to find thumbs up. Just okay. We use the VR chat index. So I will provide this link on Somnium Space Guide or the video link. Let's see. So we want thumbs up. Thumbs up, it's 7. Good. Gesture R equal 7. If you change the thing here, it will be set there. Gesture R equal 7. Be sure every condition on gesture R is gesture R equals something. Again, don't need transition. As exit time, it's confusing, so I just enable it to put this at 1 and let's see if we need it after. Good, this is working. We can have the preview here. Press play. But since my animation that do nothing, we don't see it. So smile here. I click on my body, the second root. Sorry, I click on my skin. I need to smile. Smile. Record. Smile left and right. Okay, there's 2. Good. So smile right and smile left. They are in rest pause by default. Smiling is fast, is slower than blinking. So let's say this time, I don't know, 0.2, 20 frames. Not like this thing. Anyway. And let's put the... You can do it here too. Good. This is almost not awkward smiling. Perfect. I can do 200 too. It will just be strange. Never mind. Okay. And since it's a gesture, we want to trigger it, and that's it. It's enabled. We don't need anything else in theory. A little slow. Maybe not. Not that much slow. You can choose the first dot here. Oh, I guess it's fine. Good. Okay, now Animation Controller. We have the condition that should trigger smiling. Let's try this. It's not finished. At the same time, it will blink. Okay, so it's blinking, it's good. Parameters, we will simulate it. Gesture R, 7. And it did not work. Let's click on this one here. 0. What did I write? Gesture R equals 7. I have no idea what is happening. Let's try again. Okay. Normally, I do exit condition too. Sorry about that. Make transition, exit. So I will do the same condition. Gesture R not equal 7. So first condition equal 7, exit condition not equal 7. So when you do the thumbs up, it stay there. When you stop the thumbs up, it quit. Oh, I forgot about this. We're still in play mode. It may act weird, so be careful. Click on the entering condition, settings, can transition to self. Always disable this for gestures. Or it will like repeat all the time. Should work now. It's not perfect, right? Okay, you know what? I may need... Sure. Okay, it's normal. I just don't have transition to quit. How are we going, guys? Okay, Creator 13, you don't have to map controller inside Somnium. You just need the two parameters. That's fine. Just trying to make something decent here. Exit time 1. Let's try this instead. You can need a default state. Okay, I will do an idle animation. I'm sorry about that. Don't always remember everything perfectly. Okay, I need to add it. So in layers, gesture R, I will remove that. Idle, right click, default. He looks stupid. Sorry. I click here. Idle. Yes, you have a nervous tick. Everyone is on YouTube today. Let me drink some coffee. I'm still recording, so I will have to cut a lot of scene. Click on the skin. Record. Okay, so the default state is not smiling. That's it. There's multiple ways to do animation. My default state can contain all my animation at the default state, because when you quit by exit or other ways, the problem is you don't know how to configure, you don't know what to do with the mouse. Because if I change this here and I do something else, it don't return to 0. And look at this eye closed. This is probably because of the transition. Let's go look at it. Is it perfectly? Perfect. 3, 1. I think this one is weird. 0.5. Yeah, animation are the thing to master. Okay, sorry about that. Let's try again. 7. Okay, let's quit play mode. Never stay in play mode, because some things are not safe and it's not good. Okay, now it's better because I have a default state. And do I have a transition to default? I think I put it here. 1 transition and 5. Let's try this. It's even slower. Okay, I just remember something important. When you create an animation with only one frame, it's by default 1 second, if I remember. So you may just need to do both. Let's say 15 frame is 1/4 of a second. Yeah. Now 0, 1, 7, 0, 7, 0, 7. Still working on it. Oh, it's in second. I need percentage. That's my bad. Oh, interesting. That's too fast. So let's return on the seconds. 0, 7, 0, 7, 0, 7, 0, 7. Good, nice. There's multiple ways to do animation. This is one of the ways. Another one will be to have an enter animation and a close one. So you will have two on this line. But the idle is fine too. But the idle technique, you need to add every idle state here. Hi Tenjav. Something. How are you? So for the people that join us, today I'm doing some tutorials that I'm recording, and I will put on Somnium Space Guide for your future use. So you don't have to re-listen all the stream. You just need to see those tutorials. I may do this more in the future. Good. Tanya, sorry. Tanya. I'm French and speak English, so sorry. Good, let's continue this. If you have any suggestion of tutorials, things that you want to know how to do about avatars, SDK item for Somnium Space, you can give me suggestion. If we have time, I will do it right now. If we don't, I will add it on my tutorial list here. I want to provide the community more tutorials for them to learn how to make stuff. Okay, next tutorial. We will move an object. Prepare yourself. So we will use the left hand this time. So we need an idle right. Sure, no problem. I should repeat your message before, sorry. Okay, create animation, idle left. Sorry, ODC. There's no E in ideal, right? Oh, I don't know anymore. I just sleep 5 hours. Everyone is on YouTube today. Hi, Aina. I think I will move the glasses. Gesture L. Gesture L. So we have the idle gesture L. And move glasses. I don't even know if it's possible. I'm sure. So, like before, create transition. Sorry, from any state. Like this. Let's do thumbs up again. You know. Okay. So exit time. The exit time, I'm never sure. I never know. This one I will let it like this. I think it between 2 seconds. I don't know. We will try it. Can transition to self always disable for the first here. In fact, just never use it. It will just blink, 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 blink. Move glasses. Double click on it. Click on the glasses, in fact. Glasses. To have access to the drop down menu here, you have to be inside the hierarchy that have the Animator Controller. Good. So, recording, position, add key. 1/3 of a second later, 20 frames. Let's move it. Move it, I said. Oh, this is the root. Can I do that? Oh yeah, nice. No, I don't want to move. I want it to turn. Turn and move. He don't like what I just did. So just move. What I'm doing right now, it may be a bad idea, just saying. Okay, you cannot move a mesh because it's under a bone. So it's like the slave of the bone. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, impossible. So do we have a... Maybe we have a glasses bone that I don't think. Oh, you know what? Let's open everything. Head. Nope. Okay, let's do something else. Good. Never mind this. I will cut on the montage. Instead of move glasses, move thing, and we will move that. Okay, let's restart. I will create 3D object. Let's say a cube. Oh, you see this? Press Alt, click, 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 click again. Sorry. Alt click. Sorry. When you expand, Alt expand, it open everything. Alt unexpand, it will report everything normal, like this. Okay. So if you have an object that is not dependent of the armature, you should always put it inside the armature, at least on the eaves, because it will just shake all the time. So if you have lights, particle system or anything, you should put it on the armature because it will just wiggle. Let's say this cube will I don't know, enlarge for no reason. Oh, you know what? I know what I will do. I hope no one will hate me. But that's... Shh, say nothing, it's a secret. I have a Cubemap shader I just made, right? Cubemap. You see? This is going to be my animation. The size is 0 by default. Good. Secret animation. Okay. Gesture L equal 7. Gesture L not equal 7. Now it should be good. We check the weight, it's 1. The animation now. Click here. Secret animation. Click on the cube. Scale. I have to start recording. Add key. I go. Could be. Let's have fun. 1 second later. Scale 100. No, 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 no. That's too much. 10. It's still a lot. Too much. How big is this cube? Ah, you know what? The avatar is already scale 100. That's why. So scale 1 will do scale 100. So let's be 0.1. 0.1, 0.1. That's better. So just only you and your friends will see this. The false city. Let's have even more fun. You will not even see where you are. That's nice. Secret private party. You see, I'm doing everything. Okay, 1 minute. Got lost in my thoughts. Coffee? Okay. Animation. This is there. Let's start. Start. Parameters, we will test it. Scene. So 7. Oh yeah, it worked. Yay. Was not super nice, but it worked. And if I turn 0, shrink. 7. No, it's too slow. Twice too slow. 30 frames. 30 frames on 60, remember. So animation. What was I doing? Yeah, sorry. Open. Oh yeah, you remember? Idle L. There's nothing. We have to idle L. Click on the cube. I record. Add key. That's all what I need. Oh yeah, I need a length. So what did I say before? 20 frames? 1/3 of a second? I don't know. Maybe 1 is fine too. I don't know. Let's do 1 second all the time. And I guess we can do specific transition. Okay, let's try this. Play. In view 7. What happened? I love how fast it shrink. Still too slow. Anyway, it's fine. Let's try without this. Ah, this is better. Look at this. It do this motion because I only put on idle the scaling. Scale. I have to put the position too. Idle L, record, position. Good, now it's better. We have fun, right? Wait, let me ask you again. We have fun. Sorry, I love this. Fun. I will have more. I bought a camera, so you will see my hand very soon. How can I get involved more and learn the development? Hi, Sashin Grover. Are you in the Somnium Space Discord? We talk about so much things, maybe too much, and depend what you want by get involved. I would say it's so easy to get involved. We are a small community. Every day at 4 p.m. US East, we have meetup. We do stuff, talk, explore, play, and you can talk with the community members. You can talk to the CEO, he's there too every day. And I guess this will be the starting point. You don't need VR. You can just have a normal PC, launch Somnium Space in PC mode. I can show you. This is the Somnium Space client. I have a tutorial to install it if it's not easy for you. And 2D, I know it's strange. 2D is PC mode, but it's not 2D, it's just not VR. Could be not VR. So, yeah. I will say start by coming in VR or PC mode in Somnium Space and talk to us each day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. If you have difficulty to go there at this time, you can find people that are there all the time. You can try on Discord. And a lot of us is coming in Somnium Space all the time and cool chat. Yeah. So yeah. Returning to the tutorial. I'm still recording. Oh my god. Okay. I may have to reset it, redo it. It's funny to have my hyena while I'm streaming. I just look at myself. I'm joking. Okay. Now let's try this again. 7, 0. Okay. So you see, first of all, there's no time obligation. So my animation can transition to another one without it to be finished. So this comes from as exit time. When you check as exit time, it forces the animation to finish before doing a transition. Same here. So if I want to be able to do something fast, even if it's just start and stop the animation, it will work super great. I think it's the best Animator Controller I never made, by the way. I always improve when I test stuff. Same for the R. No, this one is not as good. So, as the time... Okay. Let's try. You see? Super natural transition. No like super fast change of state. Yeah. Okay. Good. I think this should cover most of it. And with animation, you can also, in fact, you cannot just move object. You can change object properties. So for example, you see I change position, rotation, scale. I could change other stuff too. Like I could change anything on the shader, very interesting. Like the color or anything else. I could disable, literally, something, like make the classes disappear. I could have a light that I change the color, I change the radius, put on, I change the intensity. I could have particle system. I could animate particle system, but particle system only work in avatars. And I could, yeah, that's it. Well, pretty much it. Oh yeah, sound. I could start a sound too. I may do sound in another tutorial. So let's start the recording. 46 minutes. Oh my god, that's going to be hard to do the montage, the scene cutting. So guys, do you have other idea for the tutorials? I'll check my list. What did I do? I'm not sure. How to test your avatar. This is part, it's more about avatar creation. Gesture, we did it. How do we record with tablet? This is more in VR. I will go check fast on the Discord. Maybe people have ideas. Sorry. Oh, Tanjavi, are you still there? I could help you with your avatar. We have time. I could work on your avatar to make it work. Let's see on Somnium Space. We have interesting thing. Okay, cool. So I can help. Oh, I forgot how to pronounce your name. Let me see. Tanya. I can help you with your avatar while you stream. I will be very glad to help you. I will just save my avatar, drag and drop here, and now I can delete. I can check here, override, everything is saved. How we can do that. I'm asking Tanya to do via voice chat maybe, and maybe edit his avatars if she's ready. If not, I will find something else. I may do the tutorial to test avatar for avatar artists, because every time someone send me a new avatar, they don't see any problems, and they can all be seen in Blender if you look the right way on it.
What is that?
Then
It is over here.
just 1 minute, shouldn't be long. Can you talk a little bit about your workflow and best practice for building for Somnium Space? So you probably mean constructing SDK item with Blender and Unity, right? So that was a question asked by someone on YouTube, Boaz Ashkenazi. That's hard to pronounce. I can talk about my workflow, but to be honest, I always change my workflow because I want it to be the most optimal possible. But I usually use Blender to make everything. You could use other software, but at the end, I always finish by using Blender at some point. So my workflow to do, let's say, SDK item. So the first step will be to I could open a project to show it. Maybe not this one. Maybe this. Let's just say that randomly. Okay. So this is a little project. It's a stage I made. This one is very low quality. I think it's that LOD. It's just for showing something while I'm talking. So the first step I will say to create, if you want to use Blender, of course, I will really encourage anyone to use Blender. It's so useful to do anything. Creating mesh, sculpting mesh, adding texture, editing texture, UV map, it do everything super great. And you can add a nice shadow, and it's very nice. So first step, normally I this is when you turn it on, let's say. Usually I will work very fast on the mesh first. Okay, let's do something random, like I will just check if I had an answer. Okay, so first step will be to, I always work very fast on the hi Wipole. I always work fast on my first attempt on doing mesh. Usually I always think about efficiency on polygons. So I don't create too much polygons. Few people create super high resolution things and then they reduce. I prefer doing reduce first, but it's just my way to do. So I will do all my 3D without thinking too much about texture or even UV map, but I will try to think about UV map too at the same time. It's hard to say my workflow, and once I'm satisfied at 80% about my mesh, I will start thinking about unwrapping. Either way, if I'm doing something that doesn't need baking, most people will bake. So when you do unwrapping, you have to be very careful about where to make your seam. Seam mean where you cut your 3D object, like cardboard, like a box of cereal, you know. And this part is important, but because the better will be your unwrapping, the higher density of pixel you will have for the same texture. It's a very important part. So let's do something fast like this. Okay, so I did this unwrapping. I see everything is square everywhere, so it means that it's oh yeah, margin. I always think about margin, because if you don't do margin and the map happen, you will have bleeding of texture everywhere, and it's not beautiful. You see my hyena right now? When you are at 5 meters from me, I have a black line on the middle of my chest because my texture is not bleeding enough. It means when the pixel is very big on my texture, they go on everywhere, and it's all a mess. It's hard to make this good. So yeah. I could make this more like this, or even don't care about the corners. Unwrap, yeah. So once the unwrapping is satisfying, I can start about selecting my face and creating materials. I would say one of the easiest way to do SDK item or anything is to first create materials. Everywhere you want something the same color or texture, you create a material. So here I will say trunk, I don't know, base, trunk, yeah, it's assigned. So every part of my 3D object, oh, wait, son. I had this, I was not sure. Every time you want to have a different material like wood and rocks, start by making material everywhere, even if you have 20. And then when you are ready, you can either way stay like this if you have very few materials, like 4, export and use it as it. But if you have like 20 materials, this is a very big problem. The easiest way is to what we call bake material together. What bake mean? Let me show you an example. You see all my object is unwrapped here. If I put color there, it won't affect the other part because it's all unwrapped really rightly. I mean, nothing is on front of the others. So even if I different or same materials here, the texture can be different. I will show you an example. It's hard to understand. Okay, let's just do let's just do colors. So first of all, I need textures. Image texture. By the way, you asked me this question, but do you have experience with Blender, for example, or Unity? Are you a total starter? Are you just interested by the way I work? Just curious about this. New texture. Trunk. Image texture. Okay. So okay, let's paint it. Texture paint. I add a texture on each part, so they have two different textures. Because okay, cool, you have little experience. Okay, I know I could just paint on the 2 piece, but it's not what I want to do right now, because we have 2 different materials, and I have to simulate. You know what? Oh, you are more interested on how you optimize for 3D world like dimensional and Somnium space. I see. Okay, so let's focus on this. Okay, I can explain to you what is optimization on my idea. In Somnium space, you have 2 ways of working. You can do custom shader to make way more details in any object, because you can have more textures, generated stuff, you can have way more freedom. But the fallback is sometimes it's heavier, and it may be, it's heavier and it may be more complex to do. So the simplest way to work is, like I said, you create your gigantic 3D mesh you have material everywhere. And then I will show you very fast. So to combine material together, let's say I have instead of painting, I will just show you exactly what I mean. Exactly. Shading. I just want pictures. Just want pictures. Picture. Yeah, this is good. Okay, I know it makes no sense, but it's just for showing purpose. So let's say I have those two materials here, and Cubemap. So this one is unwrapped here, could even be unwrapped differently, and the other texture look like this, and select. So you basically have two textures, so two materials, and you would like to combine together. So this is a good way to optimize memory, performance, and everything. It's not the best visual quality, but it's still interesting. So you bake both material together, because every material you have in Unity is, we call it, I think we call it render pass. Every time you have a new material, it's heavier to render, because you have to initialize it and everything, so it's heavy to have too much materials. So for example, the build I made last month in fact, the build I made, I think I have 36 textures. It means I have at least 12, 14 different materials, if we can say. So maybe more, let's say around 20 materials on one build. It's a lot. It's a lot of different render paths. So one of the ways to make this more efficient will be either way you combine the texture together, so more triangles is rendered at the same time, and yeah, you can use tailing to have more sharp texture. So tailing means you make the UV map bigger, but tailing is not compatible with baking. I say all that, but I have no idea of your knowledge, so it's hard. Personally, I don't bake anymore. I will show you right now what is baking. So when you have multiple material, you can in Blender bake them together. So let's go on shading again. Baking is amazing. I don't do it for everything now, but it's still amazing. So I select my object. I go in render profile, cycle, GPU. Let's go and 32 sampling. Bake. You remember I have two textures. Now in my two material, I forget to explain, I add a new texture here called bake. Have to be select, important. On the two material, on each material have to be select of the active object. Be sure only the active object is enabled here. I think I only made a tutorial for all this, but I will just explain the purpose and the why and the how. So let's say I bake everything. Good, not good. Okay, it's a little dark. 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, it's dark, but you will understand. Can I make more lights? and I feel it will be more clear if it's not dark. Baking mean baking mean uh, how you see the surface will be print on the surface on a new texture. If I can explain it simply. Not work. Oh, my light are too soft. Exactly, exactly. So he said, I see. So now by baking, you can consolidate our materials to one UV. Yeah, if your unwrapping is rightly done and not overlapping, it's very nice. How do I need that power? Um, I think it's one. Okay, now it's easier to understand. So you can bake different parts of the rendering. Now I bake everything. So the light, how the light affect the surface, how the light bounce, everything is print in this new texture. And if I go into edit in UV mode here and I go on my bake, you will understand even more. So you remember all the cereal box is unwrapped here. It's just an image. So you will print how you see it in edge triangles. It looked like this in Unity, in fact, all those triangles. So you can bake everything. You can bake only the texture. Okay, what about the normals? Does this also bake into the one material? In fact, right now I baked visual, strictly visual. So I bake the effect of everything strictly from a visual point of view. So the normal are not baked, but I will show you. So shading. You remember this texture? It's the normal map. So you can bake each visual effect independently. The texture I just use is a very low power technique. Instead of having ambient occlusion map, metallic, smoothness map, too much textures, you just bake everything like when you take a picture. Okay, share my screen. I use Streamlab or OBS. Look like this. Oops, sorry. Oh, voila. Look like this. This is OBS I used for recording. It's almost the same. And for the avatar, it's called VC Face. It look like this. And Streamlab understand the background is transparent, so it's very easy to use. It took me one day to master VC Face, so I use my avatar. I export it like the tutorial showed it, and with my camera it used machine learning to detect where is my face and how my mouth is moving. It can also detect blinking. I just did not have time to integrate. I could add Visime, I could add dynamic bones, and I also bought a camera to detect my hands. I just don't have it yet. Okay, sorry. Returning to that. Don't need to. I will add normal map. Which one is this? Trunk. Oh, it's not the right one. Okay. I will create a normal map just for having an idea. Okay, so you see here, we understand there's a normal map. It's affected by the light. Somehow it's very pixelized. See the normal map? You will get it very soon. Streamlab, yes. VC Face. It's a VTuber software. Everyone uses it. It's amazing. It's nice. VC Face? No idea. I think it's our. Oh, Spell. Yeah. I think it's Japanese, but it's a Japanese software, but it's in English too. If you look at VTuber, like this, I'm not a VTuber, but maybe I'm not, I don't know. If you type VTuber on Twitch, you will see a lot of people doing this with similar software, and they have way better config than me. It's more natural, and you can even throw stuff on them. I will just finish that first. I have this normal map here. On the other, I will add the normal map too. Non-color. What happened? Ah, I cannot have it twice. Okay, I got it. I will just remove this. Normal map has to be on non-color. This is strange. Okay, so same as the texture. Oh, by the way, I will return where I was. So when you bake combine, it's that cheap technique to have a very good visual, like when you take a picture. On a picture, there's no normal map. So you take a picture of how it looks right now with the effect of all the lights and everything, and this light effect on this normal and everything. So this is a cheap technique. So you could bake just diffuse. Diffuse is just the color. So let's try this. I select my bake texture. Again, bake diffuse. Did it work? I'm not sure. No, color, sorry. Diffuse, color. This is better. So you see, I have a normal map, but we don't see it because we only bake the color. So I combine those two material in one because the unwrap here is not overlapping. If this will be on this, it will be just a mess. But when everything is nicely unwrapped, you can bake as much material as you want. The only fallback is you have a limited amount of pixels. So a full building baked together, you may lose a lot of pixel density. That's why I use another technique. But the technique I use is a little more heavier and complex to put in place. For small object, baking is maybe the best way to do. So this is just a color baking. I was on shading here. Now I can bake color with contribution of light. Look like this. There is noise because it uses ray tracing. So I could use 64 sample and I enable denoising. It's machine learning based. A little longer. It can be very long, this process, by the way. Very, very long. Did it work? Don't see difference. Okay. Surprise. Oh, the noising doesn't work here, I think. I don't remember. Yeah, the noising only work for rendering, sorry. So I will just use more sample. Sample, sorry. So the more sample you use, the less noise you will have. You see here we even show the shadow, shadow. Because I have one light way stronger than the other. You see the shadow here? So even this is baked. That's a very nice part of baking. Because shadow is heavy, so you want to bake it first. Oh, thank you for looking. I will finish very, very fast with the normal map. Normal. So exactly the same way. You chose normal instead, and you will bake all the normals together. Look like this. You see, I did not even have this texture. I created with it's called bump map. And when I bake it, he understood that there were normal effect on the surface, and it baked it into the texture. So that's it. That's how you bake stuff. And with this technique, you can make nice and smooth environment with any use of light or anything. It's a good way to work. Only fallback is the biggest is your object, the biggest is the texture to have nice pixel density. For me, I use an hybrid technique. I bake the light map, so I will show you very fast. Ambient occlusion, for example. Oh, you can use this in Unity in one material. So it's not exactly what I want, but what I just bake is only the effect of brightness. So where it's dark and where it's not doesn't mean it doesn't mean shadow. It's like is it a corner? If it's a corner, it's darker. If it's very flat, it's very bright. You also have glossiness map. I won't explain my technique because it's very complicated and professional secret. I'm joking. Glossiness is nice too. It's like, you know, when you have a light close to a surface, it's like very bright. This is glossiness. Shadow only. That's interesting. Never tried it. This is too long. Shadow. Huh. Interesting. UV. No idea what this does. I guess... Oh. I'm not sure. I think it's 2D UV. This is interesting. Because normally you don't... No, I don't know. I have no idea what this made. What this is for. Is it because it's 3D? I have no idea. You can have this information with shaders, but roughness. There's no roughness map, so we don't see anything. Emission, environment. This one I never tried to. Maybe the ambient light, maybe. Diffuse. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's how you have realistic texture. And with Unity default shader, with Unity default material or shader, you have a lot of options. You don't need to do shader necessarily. So albedo is the RGB texture, metallic, smoothness. I think I will explain what is all this effect in the next stream. It's very interesting. Normal map, height map. Height map use parallax, in fact, a very simple version of parallax. Occlusion is interesting. It explains occlusion set to the surface. How I can explain that? I can show you, in fact. Come, my friend, I will show you. Okay, let's do dark. And occlusion, we need a texture for that. I'll copy my path. Let's do paint. Okay, now let's do a dark to white transition like this. Save on the path I said. The rest doesn't matter. Okay. Occlusion map. Okay, it's quite hard to okay, let me explain it this way. It's hard to understand, but occlusion map mean in fact the skybox generate lighting. I will just disable my environment. The skybox generates an indirect lighting, and when your occlusion is 1 or 0, okay, when it's no occlusion, the skybox will generate an indirect lighting, like you see here. It's like bright. If you say that your occlusion is maximum, it will like ignore this. The purpose of this is to create it's like normal map, but it's more for shadow. So if you have for example, I can show you my avatar. My avatar, oh, it's hard to say. Try this. Ah no, sorry, I cannot show you. Maybe I will try more next week to explain all this. It's very interesting, but in fact, occlusion is you can use it with ambient occlusion map. It's used for corners when it's dark, because the ambient light will work differently. So let's say you have a very dark place, but you still want to see a dark corner even darker. So you will add occlusion map on those corners, and the ambient sky will you see if I disable the where's the light? Okay, there's a sun. See, even if there's no light, the skybox affects the cube. There must be a sun somewhere. Ah, sorry, my bad. Okay. I hope I'm not... Okay, yeah, that's it. Disable it. It's very hard to see. So, the skybox act light. Have a change, can you answer adding window transparency for GLB? Can it be done? I'm 80% sure you cannot have transparency in GLB. Because it's transparency work differently. So I think if I were you, I will just not put anything in window. Literally, just like a hole. You may look on the internet, but I'm pretty sure Somnium Space doesn't support transparency on the GLB. Maybe we have to work more to find if it's work or not, but I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, so sorry. I will just return to my cube. Is it better with my skybox is not very nice for that. I will just disable it. And lightning. Oh, it's just a very interesting, and it's important to understand because the immersion is in the subtlety. Okay, now it's a good example. Look at this cube. There is absolutely no light in this scene, but the cube is still white. And why is that? Look at this. The skybox is like a 360 light. That light comes from everywhere. On the top, it's more blue because the top is more blue because the sky is blue. So most of this sky effect blue is on the top. On the side is like a mix of both. I could add a sphere to show you. 3D object. Oops. Sphere is nice too. Sphere. I think sphere is the best way to show this effect. So you see the top of the sphere is more blue and the down is brown because this 360 light affect the object like this. And when you play with the occlusion map, it will disable this effect. So when you need real darkness, like on your texture, you want cracks that are not affected by the sky light, you can add occlusion like this. It's interesting for texture. I did it for my fur and it's very interesting. It adds more details. Don't mind this, it's because of the mapping. So white mean occlusion is minimum or 0. Dark mean the occlusion is complete. Occlusion probably mean, look at this. Occlusion probably mean this surface is occlude the sky, so it's hidden from the sky, you know. So in theory, the inside of a building will be occluded, not the outside. Just a thought like this. Okay, so this is occlusion map. I don't have noise. Like what is here? Height map. Never mind. You need a texture to have a height map, because height map use displacement. It displaces the texture to simulate holes and spikes. This would be next week probably. So what I mean for this is you can use a texture that's not big here. Put it the size you want to have nice pixel density, like tailing, and you use Ambient Occlusion Map in, I think it's in Detail Mask or something like this. What I mean is you can use tailing and still have dark corners and bake light with this technique, and no, not even shaders. This is good, but still this technique uses a lot of materials. It's just a fallback. So either way you bake everything, either way you use more materials. And yeah, I think I will stop the stream today. I'm sorry, I'm very tired. My brain is all mixed. I hope you will have suggestions for the next stream. I would like to explain to you a lot of how everything, all sort of kinds of map work. You may find it interesting to have nice effect on your object. Or maybe I will do something else, I'm not sure. I want to do something interesting and not just bar the first to the last. So, wait, let me change view. Thank you very much. Oh my god. Don't say. So I hope you like this stream, and see you next week, or in Somnium.